And we are live here from San Diego for the San Diego Chargers versus the the Oakland Raiders. After saying that again. Anyways, of course, for a divisional game, the first time these two teams will meet of the season. And San Diego will kick the ball away as the Raiders will start off with it here. Like I said, first time these two teams have met this season. And both fighting for a winning of the division spot, but with Denver coming up and starting to get some wins.
Actually, Denver's pretty good. Denver, if the Raiders don't win this.
So, for the first time since last year against the Broncos, Carson Wentz will be starting.
Of course, Carson Wentz, every player's put in their prime.
Caught by Jacoby Myers.
Carson Wentz was put in his prime.
Yep.
So.
Oh man, did I miss those days.
It's time for the Raiders. So you're gonna wait for the Raiders now?
Huh? I literally couldn't give a shit less who wins this game. Because actually, I'm rooting against both of them because I want Denver to win the division because Denver's the most likable team in the division.
I like the Raiders though. I like the Raiders.
Chargers are likable except Justin Herbert fans because they're very annoying. But
I like Justin Herbert though.
Yeah, Herbert's cool. His fans aren't. And batted there.
Jumping the defense. Of course, this game was hyped up as shit before the season.
Yep, and then both these teams fell off, but Carson Wentz being the starter could make things better. Honestly, he might just take over Geno's role in general just because he's better.
He is, because Geno Smith games are fucking boring.
Well, that and also isn't Geno, doesn't he have a season-ending injury right now?
No, he's just a concussion for 6 weeks, but he's actually boring as shit to watch, so I don't care.
Well, that and also Carson's just better.
Yeah.
Prime Carson's clear as Prime Geno.
Yeah, Prime Geno's like a 78 overall.
Injury timeout or something, or flag, what is it? Okay, I don't really get what that was.
Tim Jones is the reception for Wagwar.
3rd inches. Hands it off to Dalvin Cook, who's in for a first down. So far, this Raiders offense is looking great.
Yeah, because now they have a quarterback again.
Yeah, who doesn't just spam checkdowns.
Yeah. They actually have a good fucking quarterback. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't. Yay! We'll be the Bulls, and you know what's gonna happen like a day? I'm
rooting for my secondary team, the Warriors.
I know. You know what's gonna happen?
Fuck it, not my secondary team. I consider them my team too. Fuck, I have 2 teams in basketball. Fuck you.
Okay.
Anyways, what?
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna beat the Bulls, and then we're gonna get the belt to ass. We're gonna the belt to ass against the fucking Cavs.
And there's a injury timeout.
By the way, if we beat the Cavs, I don't care. I deserve shit. I want something. If we beat the Cavs, no, what? I deserve it. I deserve to beat the Cavs. Somehow beat the Cavs.
Deserve what?
Fucking I don't know. I just deserve something. Jimmy Butler, Curry, and fucking you have a good rookie. You're not rookie, but you have a good
first down. Oh my god, I miss watching you prime Carson Wentz. So Morgan Fox, with who's injured, he'll be back soon. So no serious injury there. And Dalvin Cook is stuffed up. Loss of 1 yard there.
First primetime game in the new stadium, by the way.
Yep. And what better than against a division rival?
Yeah, especially a division rival who's looked as good as the Raiders in the earlier weeks, but then didn't have lost their quarterback and.
Sam Darnold was this team, but now they have Carson Wentz, so it's okay.
Yeah, honestly, if the Raiders do a lot this season, honestly, Carson might win MVP.
Yeah, Sam Darnold went from having a playoff spot to
probably
being in Seattle.
Yeah. Poor Sam Darnold, man. He had a team. He was the reason why the Raiders team was good.
The Raiders would probably be like a single loss team right now if they still had Sam.
Yep. Honestly, they might not even be a loss.
He was undefeated as a Raider this year.
Actually, yeah. Actually, you know what? The Raiders might not even have a loss, honestly.
No, I could see them losing at least 1 game with Sam.
What was it? They would have beat the Packers, honestly.
I think Green Bay would have beat them. I still think Green Bay would have beat them.
Was it?
Denver, they got blown up by Denver.
Yeah, I would beat the fucking shit out of Denver. Or Sam Darnold.
I don't know, beat the shit out of Denver?
No, I want to say beat the shit, but they would have beat Denver.
No, honestly, I think Denver would have beat them still.
Just not.
I think Denver and Green Bay, no, they could have beaten Green Bay, but Denver, they were always losing that game. The defense just wasn't playing good either. Anyways, Wentz, 3rd and 6. First down. Oh my god. I can finally watch a Raiders game without fucking watching Geno Smith at fucking quarterback. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's actually entertaining shit.
So far, yeah.
Well, the Raiders are entertaining.
So first and goal at the 9. Eagles legend Carson Wentz. High snap. Gives off to Dalvin Cook, who's stopped at the 1. So 8-yard pickup from Cook.
God, I hate these Raiders uniforms so fucking bad, man. You know what's,
Hands it off.
you know what's funny?
What?
I actually think the Raiders' old uniforms are less iconic than the current ones.
Yeah, I know. Great work from the D-line from San Diego. Raiders at the 1 still can't get into the end zone. Hands it off, and Cook is in. Touchdown. And Oakland will score first in this game. And they're going to kick it in for the extra point. And the Raiders take a 7-point lead to start off here. And they'll kick it away. And nice throw from Herbert down the field. And that'll bring him to the 46. So 21-yard pass there from Herbert to start off. And what makes this game interesting is I think this is must-win for both, considering their division rivals, especially. Is because, well, not only that, but like now, like before at the beginning of the season, it looks like it was going to be these two fighting for the division, and now with Denver catching up,
all three of them fighting for the division.
And Kansas City's Kansas City, but yeah, no, now it feels like a three-way, and honestly, I think Denver, if they keep playing the way they do, they might just take it.
I mean, the Raiders also got to start an actual.
Yeah, real quarterback.
When the Raiders have don't have Geno Smith, they're good. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, any team doesn't have Geno Smith, they're good.
So at the 36, but Blue City, yes. Anyways, caught, and second and 3.
Then Oakland.
Huh? Well, no, I'm saying if you were counting Vegas.
Ah.
Well, if it's Oakland, then yes, it would still be blue.
Yes. What are you talking about? It's gray.
Yep, it is gray.
Yes. Don't know what you're talking about.
And hands it off. First down. From Spiller.
None of noticed. Has Najee Harris even gotten a carry yet?
I don't even know.
I'm paying attention.
No, not in this game, I don't think, anyways. No, because Herbert like chucked the ball down the field, so. So at the 26 now. So Najee will start on the next drive. Caught. Down he goes. Pick up of 1.
Fucking
sorry, I didn't mean drive, I meant play. Anyways, Najee is now on. So, Herbert hands it off to Najee, who is going to take it to the 5.
Good first rush from Najee Harris.
20-yard rush to start off for him. Yeah, pretty good.
I'm a motherfucking fighter. I'm a motherfucking legend. Legend by Drake is a banger.
It is, yeah.
If I die, I'm a motherfucking legend.
Where do you plug these in?
My Switch.
Oh. Anyways. Hands it off. Oh, no, never mind. Fake. Play action.
Herbert.
No, he's gonna run out of bounds.
What the fuck? Why is he walking back though?
Yeah.
One.
Loss of 8. Thanks.
By Madison. some reason, Herbert's a bitch and just didn't let him get credited for the fucking sack.
Caught. Down at the 5 again.
So,
Herbert didn't let him get credit for the sack.
mm-hmm.
Did you say Herbert didn't let him get credit for the sack?
Yes, he instead of walk out of bounds instead of just getting tackled.
He actually could have flag farmed there. He could have just went up. He could have like stepped out of bounds and then let him tackle him, and he would have got a roughing the. Sorry, yeah, no, he would have got an unnecessary roughness call.
Oh yeah.
And down at the 3. So will they go for the field goal or risk it? Let's see.
I feel like this is a risk, honestly.
Honestly, I haven't been a fan of Jim Harbaugh's play calling this season, so.
Honestly, both is kind of a risk. If you go for the field goal, you're risking Carson Wentz getting a touchdown and taking a 2-score lead.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the worst case scenario is if you don't get it. Like it's just, they start on shit field position.
Yeah.
Their defense is definitely good enough to make a stop. So I don't know. Honestly, I would go for it, but I don't think they will. I'm still thinking back to that Green Bay game. So where that game was just horrible play calling all around. Okay, they'll kick it.
Yeah, bad call.
Not bad, just maybe unnecessary right now. I don't know. Now you're putting a lot of trust into your defense, which is, by the way, it's fine. I mean, Chargers have one of the best defenses in the league. It's just, I mean, you're playing
Maybe
a lot
a
better of a
little too
quarterback
much.
this time around. So,
I mean,
anyways.
yeah, Wentz is more entertaining to watch. It fucking hurts.
Huh? No, it's not even about being entertaining. It's because Carson Wentz was the real first quarterback we had when I was an Eagles fan. When I became an Eagles fan.
I know he's also kind of. I'm watching a Carson Wentz game over a Jalen Hurts game.
No, I don't know
Like
about that.
like a prime. I've watched some Carson Wentz games. Those things are fun as shit. Those like Cam
Prime
Newton.
Hurts games were good too, though.
To be fair, if you play like Cam Newton's fun.
2022 was one of the most fun times I've ever had being an Eagles fan. It's
Hmm,
not about
wonder.
it's not about how they play. It's just because Wentz was the first real quarterback I got to see play as an Eagles fan.
I watched the 2017 AFC Championship game, and that's why I'll never forgive the Patriots for that fucking game, even though I love Drake May. That's actually the game that made me become a Jags fan, actually.
Hands
Like, I
it
watched
off.
that highlights, so those were bangers.
Pick up a 5.
5-minute pick of him with Dalvin Cook. What made you become a Colts fan, Daniel?
Carson Wentz,
Yep.
Colts legend.
What about Matt Ryan?
Colts legend.
He was actually the quarterback that blew the
I know he
33-point
is.
lead.
He
by the
knows
way.
a little something about blowing leads.
Actually, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, don't trust Matt Ryan when you have a big lead.
Yeah. Maybe if
He'll get you there, but after that, bench him.
Yeah.
After you have the lead, bench him. Anyways.
Yeah, bench him for like Gardner Minshew or some shit.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I mean, yeah, obviously, bench him for the greatest quarterback ever. So.
The Colts should have benched him for like Daniel Jones or some shit, whatever the fucking have that back then. I don't even know who the backup was back then. Oh my god. I'm unk. 2022 was such a good year, by the way. For like, it was such a fun year.
Nice defense, Royals.
It is Royals defense. Carson,
46. Wentz.
play action.
Caught. All the way to the 24.
That'll be to Brandon Cooks. Of course.
Oh man, I just realized the Raiders and Eagles play later this season.
Oh my god, it's gonna be such a banger.
Not only that, we
Yeah,
have to
Carson.
play Carson.
You know, maybe Geno Smith will be back. They'll start Geno Smith.
Wait, I'll make sure. I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, let me check.
Please, no, actually, no. By the way, guys, honestly, Carson. Honestly, I don't even think Geno's hurt. I don't even know. Geno didn't even get hurt. I just don't want to fucking watch Geno Smith games anymore. They're just fucking boring.
Yeah.
That's just an excuse. They're just fucking boring,
Well,
man.
he did get hurt in that game.
Yes, he did get hurt in that game, but honestly, it wasn't that serious. He didn't actually get a concussion. He just hurt his back.
Oh my
a little
bad,
bit.
they don't play. I was thinking of next season.
He was only out for like 2 weeks.
The Eagles from here on face the Jaguars, the Cowboys, the Ravens, the Titans, the Commanders, the Bills, the Lions, the Texans, the Vikings, and the Giants.
Oh, holy fucking, there's like 2 easy games there. So there's like two hard games. Oh, fucking.
Yup. Too hard. Yup.
Huh?
Only 2, yup.
No, leave me the schedule. I'll tell you if it's hard or easy.
The Ravens is hard, the Jaguars is hard, Tennessee's somewhat hard, Commanders is a division game, the Lions could get good, the Vikings are good.
Average.
Yeah, they're average, and then the Giants are a sneak team. They're either really good or really dog shit. So actually, there's the harder games outweigh the easy games. The only games there I'm like sure 100% 1,000 the Eagles are winning are Dallas and maybe Buffalo. Probably Buffalo. Oh, and also Houston too. I'm sure they're winning the Houston game as well. So
Nope.
2nd and 11, caught. 3rd and 6.
That's to Jacoby Myers. I'm a motherfucking legend. When I die, I'm a motherfucking legend.
3rd and 6. Complete.
Touchdown! Of course,
Jacoby Myers with the catch.
one of the receivers of the Raiders tore his ACL earlier in the draft. Terry McMillan, first draft pick for Las Vegas. Sorry, for Oakland.
So the Raiders will now take a double-digit lead. And it's 14-3.
By the way, the Raiders also have a new stadium. It hasn't been. They've had a home game since then.
Yeah. 11-point game here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we just moved to Legion. Like,
Yeah.
it's still called Legion and shit. And it will say Las Vegas on the end zones, but just ignore it.
Yeah. Because you don't
Pretend it
really.
doesn't.
We'll get that handled later on. Because we actually own the PS4 version, but we'll get the PS5 version eventually.
Yeah.
Before by the playoffs we'll have it.
Crazy.
Shut up. Herbert. What? It's fun to say, Herbert.
No. It doesn't sound like anything bad.
Doesn't.
Nope.
Herbert.
Doesn't sound like anything bad. Name one thing that sounds just close to. It's bad. Name one. Come on, let's go. Name one now. Nope. No one. Fucking legend. Okay.
Caught. First down.
I'm a McConkey. So, Herbert.
McConkey in motion.
Oh, what?
I was
That's
joking.
my.
I was joking, dude.
Oh.
It's because McConkey's a big guy.
Oh. It's honestly not really.
Yes, he is. What do you mean? Second and 9. Hands it off. Flag.
The joke wasn't funny.
And the offense will be flagged here.
Juju Smith.
That'll bring them back to the 50 for 2nd and 13. So 2nd and long here. Caught out of bounds. 3rd and 7. So still quite a bit to gain here. And you're still out of field goal range as well.
And by the way, the reason why the Raiders were allowed to sign one is because, well,
And 4th and 2.
the reason why the Raiders were allowed to sign one is because you're allowed to sign players, you're just not allowed to, like, trade for them.
Okay,
Right.
so they'll probably kick the field goal in here, which I guess isn't as bad right now, considering that would just
But
bring within
Net's
a
kind of being a
touchdown. But
diva, by the way, started a fight.
Oh, they're gonna go for it. Okay, wow. I'm shocked to see this from Jim right now.
Bennett's it's kind of a diva. He just started a fight with Will Disley.
Caught. Wow. First down.
Mike Williams with his third reception of the day, 56 yards.
First and 10. Hands it off to Najee, who only picks up 2.
That was kind of a shit fucking sick. Fucking
No, that was always gonna be out of his reach. Now Jazz just sold. Actually, no, that doesn't matter anyways, because he already got the bases that he was supposed to. Anyways. Hands off to Najee, who stuffed up. Third and 8.
No, I mean like he tried grabbing it and it fucking bounced. It was fucking so dumb. Also, it was catchable. We stuck his hand out.
Nice work from the O-line there, dropped.
Good defense there.
So brought to 4th down, 4th and 8. This time they're probably not going to go for it. They're just going to kick it here.
No, I don't like that call. I think they should go for it.
Yeah.
No, I actually think they should.
Probably not. If it was like 4th and like 3, maybe.
No, there's a reason why. If they don't get it, no, I don't like the call.
I'm fine with it. It's only within a score. You just have to make sure the Raiders don't score again.
If the Raiders score again, you're fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Like that game's actually over.
Yeah, but it's better than them not getting it, and then the Raiders could march down the field and fucking score again. Then it's 21-3. So
yeah, but they don't start an amazing field position.
I'm saying they can march down the field. They have enough time. Nearly 4 minutes is enough time. Anyways, so now this is an 8-point game, and they'll kick it away.
So the Raiders probably gonna extend the lead here.
And that'll bring him to the 24.
I know, that's why.
And, play action, Wentz. Check down there, and he's out. 2nd and 6. Both QBs have only thrown 1 incompletion.
I think it was touchdown at bust there, and since they got forced to a field goal, it's over. So now it's over. If the Raiders get a touchdown, I think it's getting a blowout territory. And yes, I know the Chargers start with the ball after half. I don't give a shit.
Well, the Chargers also did lose pretty embarrassingly to Kansas City a few weeks back, so you don't want to.
Embarrassingly, they lost like 3.
Huh? They were being fucking destroyed for most of the game.
We should have scored that game.
They were shut out in like the entirety of the first half, and it was like 17-0 going into the second half.
I didn't even do that game. I did it.
I know. I was watching it. Wentz throws incomplete. 4th and 4, so the Raiders will punt. See? Wasn't so bad. I didn't mean they lost embarrassingly. They just got dominated for most of the game.
Which honestly kind of did. Wait.
Oh wow!
I don't know, they lost like 7.
Threw him down hard there.
Thing is like
whatever.
like,
They still lost to Kansas City, and they don't want to like the only the only rival they've beaten this year is Denver. They haven't beaten the Raiders yet, obviously, because this game's not over, and they haven't beaten Kansas City.
Yeah, to be fair, they've only had 2 divisional games, but this is their 3rd divisional game all year. I don't get it. Why do people still think the Rams are getting Tyreek Hill? I'm gonna expect. I'm gonna watch this. Left start.
Second and 11 off the Najee run there.
Okay, so it wasn't to the Rams. I think he's more of a chance to be a Charger, real life wise. Like I think he has more of a chance to be a Charger.
And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 14-6. Raiders lead Chargers ball. Chargers have yet to score a touchdown.
Up to half though.
So second and 11.
They can either take a lead here, or they can take honestly though, they should probably.
Oof. Third and 9.
Since they do start the ball up to half, they probably don't have to go for 2, but I would still go for it just in case. Actually, honestly, they might have to punt.
Well, maybe.
This is this is a 3rd and long.
3rd and 9.
Now it's a 3rd and long.
I just said 3rd and 9. That's all I said.
Oh.
Fuck you. And Herbert is sacked.
Yeah.
And
Maxwell's
Raiders use timeout. So they'll punt. Still yet to score a touchdown. Probably won't score one for the entirety of the first half. Unless something big happens here. And it's a touchback.
That's crazy.
At the 20.
You know what else is crazy?
Wentz sidelines, and that's second and 3.
Wentz only throwing 2 incompletions for his first start, start in years.
Well, not years. Oh, you mean as a full-time starting role?
Yeah,
okay.
no.
I was gonna say because he started in Kansas City last year. So.
Yeah, but it just didn't matter.
Yeah,
the game that actually did not matter. I'm talking about for a game that actually matters. This game matters. This Week 10 game matters.
Mahomes told Wentz not to. Oh, they're gonna booth review if that was in or not.
What did you say?
I said Mahomes told Wentz to play like shit so they get shut out. So the Bengals could make the playoffs.
I know.
Because if the Chiefs won that game, then Cincinnati would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, that's totally why.
Actually, that might not actually be.
Totally not because the O-line was benched and he had no, and the receivers and O-line were benched. Totally not. That's not the reason.
Nope. No, because Mahomes has one true daddy in the AFC left, and his name is Joe Burrow.
Yep, Joe Shiesty.
The only quarterback in the AFC who could beat Mahomes. Second and 3. So they'll say he's in.
Bo Nix is also Mahomes' daddy. Because he honestly...
No, not in the playoffs, so we don't know that yet.
No, I'm talking about the regular season. Honestly, he got fucking bailed out.
Well, Allen is Mahomes' daddy in the regular season too. The regular season doesn't matter that much. It's all about what you can do in the postseason, my brother.
I mean, that still matters.
Yes, it matters to an extent.
I mean,
but playoff wins matter more than regular season wins. Timeout used.
I don't want my quarterback beating Patrick Mahomes.
At the 34. Being Patrick Mahomes. And goes down.
No, being current Patrick Mahomes. Actually, honestly, even current Patrick Mahomes is a game manager. Current Patrick Mahomes is a game... playoff Patrick Mahomes currently is a game manager.
Well, yeah, but he still wins.
He's not that good. I know, he's a fucking game manager. He doesn't win because of him. He wins because the refs, B.
He wasn't as much of a yak merchant as we thought, though. Only 30% of his yards came from...
In the playoffs, he was a game manager, let's be honest.
I know, in the playoffs, I agree.
Yeah, he was a fucking game manager.
I mean, it's literally an undeniable fact considering how he played in the Super Bowl.
And also in the Texans game, he literally didn't do anything. It's just he literally.
Kelsey had one good game all postseason.
I know that Texans game, it was literally just because of the refs. They literally had no, that was just because of the refs. Literally, the Chiefs got outplayed. The Texans literally outplayed.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Texans, but honestly,
I was only
rooting for the Texans because they were the only team I was confident that we would beat the shit out of. But we still beat the shit out of the Chiefs anyway, so I guess. Oh my god, Eagles-Texans would have been a legendary Super Bowl.
Yeah, it would actually. That would have been the first shutout in history.
the first shutout in Super Bowl history.
No, I don't like the Texans, but that would be a funny first Super Bowl.
That's what I was telling you before, and you're like, nope, they can't even make the Super Bowl even if they get shut out. Even though they can't bring up their Super Bowl appearance to flex on you because their one Super Bowl appearance is fucking embarrassing. I'd rather my team not make a Super Bowl than get shut out one.
Yeah. No, it would be 1-0 in the AFC Championship game.
Honestly, if they actually made it to the Super Bowl too, their path there would actually be very impressive.
Yeah, I know, but they would still lose.
Alright, so they're not gonna go for the field goal here.
Bill Mahomes would literally be the worst quarterback to ever start a football game in history if he was to CJ Stroud.
1 second left. They can kick it in.
Yes, a whole 1 second.
Yep.
And it's just enough time.
Diggs, sideline, touchdown. With 1 second left.
Brandon Cooks, sideline, touchdown. Because he's Brandon Cooks. He's a legend. Do you like Brandon Cooks? Do you like Brandon Cooks?
Except it's not in the final leg of the game. It's literally just before halftime.
Yeah. No. What do you think is the most legendary Carson Wentz play? That time he got injured when the Eagles won, and the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl.
55-yard attempt is good.
Good.
So they'll extend the lead even further. 11 points once again.
And of course, try to start the ball. I got the Raiders.
Yeah, me too. And let's look at the stats. Oh, it's pretty even.
Yeah, but
So they'll kick it away here, and the Chargers will have the opportunity to score. Game not completely out of question yet, but they definitely need to get good because they have not scored a touchdown all game yet. And the last time that happened, they lost to Kansas City, so... What I mean by that is where they didn't score a touchdown in the first half, or anything in the first half, for that matter, because they got shut out in the first half.
yeah, 14-0.
Yep. 2nd and 8.
Of course, any Chiefs game, the only way I'm not rooting for the Chiefs if it's a regular season game with the Texans versus the Chiefs. But if it's a playoff game, I'm rooting for the Texans. Fuck it. No, I'm sorry. Unless it's like...
There's not a single team in the NFC you would get me to, like that is outside of the NFC East that I would
Is there a
root
single
for.
dynasty in the NFC?
Huh? Yes.
I mean, literally what?
Huh? Well, the Eagles might be a dynasty soon.
And you're Eagles fans.
Okay, no, that's not what I'm talking. Okay, no, dynasty aside, there's not a single team outside of my division that I would root against if they face my division rival. I would root for the 49ers over the Commanders, or the Giants, or the Cowboys. And I hate the 49ers.
Okay, cool. They're also not your fucking...
Fuck you.
Then also
Never root
not
for your
the
division
Chiefs.
rivals, guys. That is worse. That is worse than anything you could ever do in the whole world. Rooting for your division rivals is terrible.
Is that worse?
It's so unethical. It's disgusting.
Well,
It's like eating pizza with a fork.
Well, you haven't had a dynasty in your conference. It's like the fucking Patriots. Sorry, Patriots on the AFC. No, you haven't had a dynasty in your division in the 90s. So sorry, in your conference it's the 90s.
Yes, and that one dynasty was the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are my division rivals. So go
And the
fuck
Niners.
yourself.
And
Don't
the
care. Don't care. Fuck you.
The Niners were literally 2 years better than that.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying. What the Cowboys dynasty was more recent than the
My
Niners.
conference has a fucking dynasty in it that wins the Super Bowl like every year.
We'll get. You know what? They didn't win it this year.
Cool, they win it pretty much every year.
Fuck you. I don't care. Never root for your division rivals, guys. It's cringe.
You're an NFC fan. You can't talk.
Yes, I can.
Like if you're the Bills, like are you gonna root for the Dolphins over the fucking Chiefs?
Well, Seattle almost became a dynasty.
Okay, cool.
They made the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. That was pretty lame.
Yeah, and
Honestly, Green Bay's like kind of
honestly,
annoying. They make the
would've
playoffs every year.
they would have probably became a dynasty if they just did that shit. Like they would have if they just
If
ran the ball.
if they ran the ball at the 1 yard line so hard to do. If the touch push existed, they would have been fine though.
It didn't exist by the time though.
Yeah, if it did, like they guaranteed would have won the game.
Overpowered to be banned.
Actually, maybe they wouldn't have won the game because honestly, the Patriots had a minute left. Or 34 seconds. Yeah, no, 34 seconds. Brady could have done something. I trust
34
Brady.
seconds.
Yeah,
And you
34
also have to include the punt return too. Like that's like 30 seconds.
Brady could have done something.
No, we couldn't have.
Maybe.
This is pre-Eagles Super Bowl. Actually, if they won that Super Bowl, you probably would, even without the fucking if the Patriots won that Super Bowl, even without the fucking running the ball, they would have. Then you probably wouldn't have won Super Bowl 52. Yeah.
That literally makes no sense. How the fuck does that even make sense?
Because Brady would have learned from his mistakes of not throwing a Hail Mary at the 50-yard line with 9 seconds left. Sorry, the 49-yard line with 9 seconds left.
That we put Brady in a situation that was unwinnable.
No, that Hail Mary attempt he threw.
Yes, I
He
know.
literally admitted it now. He threw it
Yes,
too
I
early.
know, but I know, but that it was still an unwinnable situation. He also said that, like, there was no way he was winning that unless like someone like someone was actually like wide open, which we weren't leaving anybody open. So
No, he said like he also said that if he like he should have did like a
Yes.
check down and then threw the
yes,
Hail Mary.
I know. That's true,
And
but
somebody would have been open because it was closer.
nobody would have been. Everybody was covered anyways. Anyways, 4th and inches.
No, I think the Patriots honestly would have won if they
They
were.
weren't gonna fucking win that game. First of all, they would have had to go for 2 and get it too. By the way, that's assuming they would have gotten the 2-point conversion. So no, they wouldn't have won it. That
Oh,
game,
yeah, I
that
know.
game was literally unwinnable for them.
If they went into overtime.
They literally would not have won.
If it went into overtime,
Brady admits that it was an unwinnable situation, no matter what.
He also
what it was
admitted
in.
that he made a mistake.
Yes,
the end.
he also said it
His
was
play calling
unwinnable
was kind of
regardless.
retarded. He also
Yeah.
admitted his play calling was
Yeah,
kind of retarded.
it was still an unwinnable situation.
It was winnable.
It wasn't.
It was.
It literally was not.
Hail Mary though.
It literally was not. Their offense was playing like shit in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if they threw the Hail Mary
It was
later.
over after the fumble, dude.
If they threw the Hail Mary or later.
And no, that assuming somebody's downfield is fucking horseshit. That's a fucking horseshit excuse. Stop giving him an excuse. This is why Brady defending gets annoying.
No, what they should.
Somebody would have been if he just threw a check down.
No, I'm blaming
that's
it
a
on
fucking
Brady. I'm
horseshit
blaming
excuse.
the loss on Brady.
Huh? You can't just assume somebody's gonna be open downfield just because you threw one check down. The defense was dominating the offense in the 4th quarter. There would not have been
They also
somebody
should
open
have done a
downfield.
vertical. They should have done a vertical.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's totally not predictable in that situation. No, the vertical
Hail
in that
Mary.
situation would have been insanely fucking retarded.
No,
Anyways, Herbert
predictable. No, it would have been unpredictable.
caught touchdown.
Good boy. Good boy, Herbert. Now let's just watch.
They
the
were
Raiders get
never
another.
winning Super Bowl 52.
Never say never. Brady is the
well,
greatest
guess what?
quarterback of all
Guess
time.
what? They literally didn't. So fuck.
I know
you.
because Brady made a mistake.
Huh? Brady made several mistakes by first fumbling the ball.
No, I mean after that he made a mistake. of not doing
Literally, the
check down.
fumble ended the game. After that fumble, that shit was over.
Check down. They should have.
It was the fumble. The check down would have made a difference. They're going for 2 now. To make this within 3. Caught touchdown or 2-point conversion.
If
and
he
they'll
threw
kick
the
it out.
check down and then.
If
threw it
somebody was
downfield.
wide open, if they got the 2-point conversion, like there's way too
Don't
many
say three.
ifs.
Oh, holy shit! 3 ifs.
Huh? Yes, that's a lot of ifs for it to be pretty fucking unrealistic. You know
I
what
was
you
so
say?
pumped.
Because you have to assume how much time would have come off the clock too.
Oh, no,
And
that was like,
Wentz.
there was like 9 seconds left.
Huh?
There was like 9 seconds left.
Nick Foles threw like 5 deep throws in that game.
I know, but no, I mean, like once the Hail Mary throw was completed, the game would have been over. There would have been like literally 4 seconds.
Well, regulation would have been over, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would have went into overtime, honestly, if he
No,
did the check down.
even if he got that, they were gonna fail the 2-point conversion. Which, by the way, they were never getting that. So,
Nah, they just have to run it in.
What? Yeah, no, that probably would have been a little fucking predictable.
Okay, throw Philly.
I'm starting to think you didn't watch that game.
I did
At least
watch.
not close enough.
I did.
They were never gonna just run it in and get it, dude.
They could have did a Philly.
Huh?
Philly.
Oh, yep, that totally
Steal
worked
the
for them the
move.
first time they did that.
Well, Brady
in that
learns. Brady learns. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. You underrate Brady?
I'm not under. I'm admitting it's the goat. I'm just saying that game was unwinnable. Brady's not fucking unstoppable.
What are you talking about? The Ravens didn't stop in the wild card game. That's why Mahomes is the GOAT, because the Ravens stopped him in the wild card game. That's why Mahomes is the GOAT, because the wild card game is just as important as a fucking Super Bowl.
No, he's not the goat. Sorry, Mahomes is the goat because he's not owned by Eli. I'm joking.
Yeah, because he's total. I don't think he's ever played Eli.
Yeah, he has.
Hold on,
Eli retired in 2022, dude.
Yeah, I know, he was a backup for the last few years of his career.
Sorry, 20. No, was it 2019? Sorry, no, I was thinking of somebody
When
else.
did
No,
Eli Manning retire?
I think it was 2019 actually.
Which means Mahomes never played him.
Which means
2020.
Mahomes did play, and Mahomes was in the league in 2018.
Yeah, he was in the AFC.
Well, 2017.
They might have not have played. Yeah.
Oh, picked.
Mahomes' record against Eli Manning.
Wentz is picked. Past 50.
It's way easy.
To the
Well, so the
48.
Chargers can actually win this.
Yeah.
Mahomes' record against Eli Manning. No, they never won. They've never played.
They never played.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair,
because they're
Eli
different
was washed
conference.
at the time.
And
Anyways.
also, they never went in the same conference. That's why the Chiefs and Giants don't play each other in
Skibbiter.
offense. The Royals won.
No.
Oh.
They're showing that World Series one. So at the 43,
Wow. You have a real notification because you're real.
Herbert sacked.
Max Crosby.
Demon.
You
Got
like his bow and arrows.
Big check this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a good
Highest
year.
paid defensive player in the league.
I think it's all time.
It's an all-time.
No, no, he's not.
Who is?
Think Browns.
Oh yeah, Myles Garrett. Eric Armstead.
All time?
Yeah.
Look up all time. There's no way that's true. He's on the Jags. We didn't pay him that fucking much. He's like a bum.
Herbert sacked again, but there's a flag. It's still him. Oh, but it'll be on the defense, so they'll just make it a 3rd and 7 here.
Look at his contract.
Oh, Myles Garrett. No, it says Myles Garrett right here. Myles Garrett and then Max.
Yeah.
Okay, so Max is the second most highest paid, my bad. First down. Down 29.
He's paid.
No.
He's paid 12 mil. He's paid like your average.
12 million a season. With a $28 million bonus, by the way.
So he's paid 28 mil.
Huh?
It's not much. Not that much. I don't understand why he's more high.
No, 28 million additional to that already 12 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 12 million.
Which is still around how much Myles Garrett's being paid, so.
Which is fucking crazy. Eric Armstead's not even the best player on the D line.
I know. He's not even top 2.
You know.
Would you say Trayvon and
He's
Josh
top
are
3.
both better?
Yeah, he's top 3 though. He's good.
Yeah.
He is good.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying. If with that money, you should be the best player in the line.
I know.
Jalen Carter got paid a lot too over the offseason.
It's just because we're on. I know why now. I just thought of it. There's a
Why?
bidding war over him.
Maybe that's why then. Oh! So close to being picked.
Yeah, I know.
Herbert got billed big time there. At the 27. Herbert picked this time. Yep. Couldn't do that twice. And nice return. Oh man, he might take it all the way. And he probably will. Yeah, he will. Pick 6. Raiders score. Extend the lead out. So PAT makes this a 10-point game after the pick 6 from Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I don't even
Yeah,
know.
no, he threw that way too early. Holy Christ.
No, it's not even the fact he threw it early. Like, he should have. Nobody was open there.
I know. Well, that all. I know. I think somebody was getting ready to get open. I didn't see who it was.
It was the tight end.
Oh, well.
Fucking.
Regardless,
what's his fucking name
Was it Disley? Yeah, exactly. But so now the Raiders take a 10-point lead. Yeah, which is fine, honestly.
5 yards.
So the Raiders kick it away after the pick 6, and the Chargers will have an opportunity to cut the deficit here. But now within double digits, a touchdown still leaves you down some points, opposed to last time where they actually would have taken a lead if they got a touchdown. So, and we're almost in the 4th as well. Herbert caught, first down. Anyways,
Yo.
at 37.
I'm just saying Jay fucking Carson Wentz is a better wrestler than Jay, so.
No, I said he would have been a more interesting Rumble winner, which you can't deny. He would be a pretty interesting choice.
Yeah, 'cause that'd be kind of weird.
That'd be,
First football player to win a Rumble. No, he's not.
no, Roman Reigns is. Actually, no, Brock Lesnar is. That is true.
Yep.
Nope. Actually, no, not really, because Brock didn't. Sorry, no, technically Roman Reigns is, because Brock wrestled before he played football. Anyways, end of the quarter. He's a defensive tackle, I believe. Anyways, sacked.
No, yeah, he was a defensive tackle. He had like three. I think he had like three. I don't know his stats.
They're not going to be that good because he only played for like half a season, maybe a full season. I don't remember, but he was like good for.
How long did Brock Lesnar play football?
It was only a season, I believe.
During the 2024 season.
What?
He only played a few preseason. He only played in the preseason.
Okay, yeah, his stats there were good. I mean, not that they mattered, but he was weirdly good for like considering it was his
Brock
first
Lesnar
fucking...
preseason stats in football.
And open it up.
Brock Lesnar preseason stats in football.
Show no, it's because you're not looking on ESPN, and the ESPN doesn't have his stats written down because they don't count preseason games. Because they're showing the site, they're going off regular season stats,
Oh.
and he didn't play the regular season, so. Because he got a few sacks in the games he was in. But he was really good for considering that was the first time I believe he ever played professionally, obviously. So
No, I don't think he played. Wasn't that the first time he even played in football?
no, he probably played. No, he played it in college, but
What is his contract?
huh?
Did he have a good big contract?
No, it wasn't that big. But he was probably just like trying out anyways. Like he wasn't probably planning on staying that long regardless.
I mean, he started.
Roman Reigns was really good in college.
Look at his college stats. Did Brock even play in college?
He might have. Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna look up his college stats. Brock Lesnar college.
Oh wait, no, it
stats.
wasn't in college. It was in high school. My bad.
No, okay, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll track those. Roman Reigns college stats.
The only reason Roman didn't even continue playing was because of his cancer. So.
Is his real name Joe Ono?
Anoa'i, yeah.
He played 2 years at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, he was good, and then he stopped playing because of his cancer. So honestly, if his cancer never acted up, he probably would have not wrestled and just continued playing football.
Oh, how many sacks did he get? Played D-line. He had 4.5 sacks, 17 assists, zero interception. I don't think he had zero.
He was a DT, so yeah.
No interceptions.
Well, yeah, DTs don't typically get picks, so
Yeah, no. It's usually the edge rushers in the secondary
exactly.
and the
Yeah.
linebackers. Sorry, it's 6.5 sacks.
Yeah, he was honestly solid.
He wasn't like amazing.
He only played
amazing.
he only played 2 years.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't like amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
well, no,
but,
for 2 years it's not bad. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, no, it's solid.
If he played longer, he probably would have been better.
Yeah. He wasn't like fucking like Myles Garrett or anything level prospect.
Although we don't know
or anything.
yet. It was only 2 years in college.
No, I mean like Myles Garrett got drafted.
That is a pretty big what if though. What if he just continued playing football but he couldn't because of his cancer? But if he didn't but if his cancer didn't happen, what
He
if
probably would have been like an average player. Like Myles Garrett was actually like an insane draft prospect because he only played 3 years in college.
No, I can't go off. I can't just go off 2 years and then cancel.
No,
that
because
of
Myles
the
Garrett only
season.
played 3 years.
Well, no, I know some people's like college and NFL stats are gonna be different though. Anyway,
yeah.
sacked. Max Crosby's with his third. Oh my god.
Yeah, he is honestly fucking destroying Herbert.
Holy look, 5 sacks for the Raiders and none for the Chargers. Wow.
Yeah, there was a game like that this year week too.
And 3 of those sacks belonged to fucking Max Crosby.
There's another game like that. Oh yeah, it was a fucking Falcons game. No, it was another one. Jacksonville plays Panthers. That was last
So
week.
4th and 13. Probably gonna go for the field goal here.
Oh wait, no, that was the game I was playing. Never mind. And
So this
Giants
will
fans.
bring it within 7.
You are facing such a bum team right now. Oh my god.
Kansas City's not bad.
Hold on, let me look at the fucking. Let me look. I'm gonna look, research the MLB and then you'll tell me if it's better. If the Royals is better. MLB. Okay. Yankees.
Worse than Yankees defense, yeah.
Blue Jays.
Better.
No, it's not.
It literally is. The Blue Jays defense is dog shit.
Red Sox. Worse.
Worse, yeah.
Rays. Worse.
On
No,
par.
it's
No, it's on par.
Fine.
Second and 10.
Orioles.
Better. Their defense is fucking dog shit.
I
Their
know,
offense is
it's
carrying.
good offense.
Exactly.
Guardians. Worse.
Yeah, worse.
Tigers. Worse.
Yeah.
Royals. Worse.
Yeah.
Well, no, Tigers is worse. Or Royals is what is that?
Royals defense is worse than Royals defense. Yep.
Twins.
Better.
No, Twins have solid defense.
It's literally white. No, better.
No, they have solid
Sacked. That'll be the first sack on Carson off the blitz.
defense. White Sox, not a team. They don't even count that.
Morgan Fox with credit for half the sack.
Rangers worse.
Yeah, I love how you're like not even asking me. Okay.
They don't even care about this game, man. It's over.
No, I'm saying you're not asking me about the defenses. You're just kind of assuming, even though like. Actually, you could probably look up the stats, honestly.
No, I'm not going to. That's gonna take me like 3 hours.
What? No, look up the look up the like look at the defensive rankings in the MLB.
Defensive rankings in the MLB.
They're in 17.
Oh yeah, Cleveland has the best defense in the league.
Wentz. First down. Wow, that was clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, good job by Wentz there.
Brandon Cooks with the catch.
Okay.
Mets all the way down at 23.
Don't know fucking bad, Jesus. Yeah, Kansas City's like bottom
These are
5.
stats. These
I
aren't
know.
even opinionated.
I know Kansas City's bottom 5.
Are they actually?
Yeah, they're bottom 5.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought it was bottom 10.
Not the bottom 5.
Yeah, I want to see the rankings myself. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, they are. Rangers, Jesus. Pittsburgh is the worst. Makes sense. Cardinals are the best so far. Toronto's defense is overrated just simply because they're playing nobodies. Phillies feels like it should be higher than that. It's too early to determine, to be honest, but still, yeah.
The Phillies suck.
Yeah.
No, I've watched some of their games. That ass.
Winning the division, by the way.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Like, I'm gonna laugh when the Mets come in third.
Yeah!
Yep, Phillies and Braves are top 2.
Yeah! The Braves are actually might lose the division. They
Yep.
suck.
Totally not the Nationals.
The Nationals aren't bad.
Yes, they are.
They beat the Dodgers.
They are 100% finishing last in the division.
They beat the Dodgers in a series.
And down the field, flag.
Okay, but the fucking Braves are placing below the Marlins. The Marlins are placing higher than
And the
Braves.
defense will be penalized. They'll probably decline, considering they got all the way to the 11. Oh wait, no, never mind. Actually, no, sorry, my bad.
Wait, whose ball is it again? I don't know. Raiders.
I guess.
I can check that. So yeah, if the Raiders get a touchdown here, it's 100% over.
Yep, it is. Second and 2. Second and 2. Caught out at the 1. Fun fact, did you know Brock Lesnar is the only wrestler ever to be in a UFC, Madden, and WWE game?
Wow.
Yep. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Not here for him.
I actually said it was Mahomes.
It's just kind of funny how they put him in Madden, considering he only played in the preseason. Now that I think about it.
No, he's probably just like a low overall.
Huh. Yeah, that's probably what it was, but still. Anyways, touchdown Raiders.
He's probably like a 60 overall, like 50.
No, I wouldn't say 50. It's probably 60, yeah.
Look it up. I'll look it up, fuck you. Brock Lesnar overall in Madden.
69.
Nice.
Which is funny, because that was also his number.
Yeah. But he was listed as a free agent, and he was in Madden 06.
Yeah, because he only did a tryout for Minnesota, that's why. Considering he lived in Minnesota.
You think he would have been a Viking if he played? What? He would actually, no, he definitely would have been.
Yeah. And it's up.
And it's over.
Good. 31-17. So, the Raiders will kick it away to the Chargers. The Bears. Chargers will bring it in to the 21. Fuck.
Over.
L.
So Chargers will suffer their 5th loss of the year.
Sacked.
Wait, no, wait, no. Yep, the 5th loss of the year.
5th already?
Wait, no.
There's no way.
4th, sorry. I forgot about the tie, so I always forget the tie. PI.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well that bailed them out.
Kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the game's still over, so it's probably not gonna really.
No, I mean it bailed them out from going 3 out there.
They probably would have went for it. Actually, no, they literally would have.
Oh, they topped Herbert there. Pause.
Huh?
They topped Herbert there.
Yeah, that is a massive pause.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Louise. Wow.
I was so close to being a PI, oh my god.
You're more close to being a pick than a PI.
Yeah, I know, I was close to being both of them though.
Skibbity.
Herbert is having to scramble like every fucking play.
2-minute warning.
They make no corners. The Raiders need a corner.
Wow. Touchdown.
Mike Williams. This is totally a smart idea.
Yup.
I mean, now if you get touchdowns, I can go to overtime, I guess.
Blocked.
That would have been it.
Onside. Raiders recover.
And I first down will win the game. Actually, I feel like we'll also win the game pretty much, but
Anything will win the game.
we first
Pick will win the game.
Yeah.
What?
I know. What are your thoughts on Dalvin Cook?
He cooks.
Yeah, he's always cooking.
Maybe just run the clock or throw the dagger. Wow. Almost picked. Probably should have thrown it there. 3rd and 4. So 4th and 6.
For the punt.
So going for it. Turnover on downs. So they actually have a chance now because they didn't run on. Sorry, they passed it on 2nd down.
It will come down to the 2-point conversion, of course. And it's the
No, they have to in every fucking play.
No, I mean it's because the routes are easier. The routes are better.
If they're easier, it should be easier for the fucking defense, you don't think? Kind of running in. And blocked. One more shot.
You know that. Actually,
What?
no, it was literally impossible. No, yeah, you're right.
Wow. So now it comes down to the 2-point conversion. Thank you, Brandon Cooks. Sorry, Brandon Cook. Couldn't run 3 yards.
You mean Dalvin Cook?
Sorry, Dalvin Cook. Fuck, I always get them mixed up. And they don't get it, so that'll end the game. Jeez, that was a close one. What?
Nothing.
Not gonna onside it? Alright. Interesting choice.
I don't matter. No, even if they did get it, it wouldn't matter.
And that'll end the game.
Wow, I do let in step head. Abdul is abundant step head.
The Raiders beat the Chargers here.
Yep.